On this day in Abaco, the 12th of May, 2021, I like to document date and time. And one thing I've noted, that my Abaco will never be the same. That word called integrity was thrown out the second day after the hurricane. Unlike most, the first thing Kai Mills did was try to get my mother to the hospital. The second thing I did, or the first thing I did, even during the hurricane, was praying and asking God, whatever thy will is, let it be done. I am ready. I do not fear death. Believe it or not, Kai is one of these persons that do not fear death. I fear life. And what I see in Abaco, it is a sad, sad event of what's happening with the people that you thought would have had a little bit of integrity. The first thing I did is to pray and thank God for allowing me to see another day. The second thing I did after the hurricane was try to clean the house, to throw away all those stuff that I know would have bring mold and smell. But believe it or not, 60 to 70% of the people in Abaco, they start looting and stealing. The police force was no exception. The police in charge of Abaco was filming stealing stuff. We had more things sending out of Abaco the first month after the hurricane that was coming in. That's never happened before. We usually have stuff coming in to try to help, but we didn't have those happen this time because of this government. A year and 8 months later, we're still looking for stuff to come in from this government, but not a word. But the people that affected me deeply were the so-called Christian, those people that went to church every day. I saw one guy stole 150 sheets of plywood. So when he was going on his third trip, he's carrying 50 sheets, a truckload. On his third trip, I stopped him right in front of my house. I said, excuse me, you still a Christian? He said, yeah. I said, well, the Bible said thou shalt not steal. Hurricane Dorian blew thou shalt not steal out of your Bible and out of your brain. You steal it, man. You're looting. What are these things you're taking have to do with hurricane? People, boat engine, going to Pinewood Nursery and stealing the plants, everything. They think it was a open season to steal. The Christian folks, they forgot the Bible said thou shalt not steal. That had nothing to do with survival. The stuff that I see them move had nothing to do with stealing. It was looting and thinking about other people's good. Unacceptable. I say that to say this. I had an argument in the airport terminal by the president of the Christian Council, Mr. Tinker, who happened to be my primary school classmate. He knows me 57 years ago. When I hit primary school, we were in the same class. And I did a video, I know a lot of y'all saw a video that I did talking about and showing you people that are coming through customs without a mask on. I could have done that video every day, including today. I'm at the airport today, and the pilots and their passengers are coming through even now without any mask on. And the argument that we had was he thought that I was a disgrace for sending such video to the world. But lo and behold, the next day, the FBI raided a bar in Texas that this man was selling negative COVID-19 tests out of his bar. And he had big business. What is to say that those people from Texas and where else he was selling those negative COVID-19 papers weren't coming through customs in Abaco? That is how it began. Even today is the 12th of May, and they have a big tournament at Boat Harbor. I'm just sitting in my car with the air on and just watching, and I can take a lot of video today of people coming in with no masks. Can't happen in America. Why is the police giving us tickets when we drive along Dundas Street in our vehicles? But people are coming in from abroad and still not wearing masks. So the president of the Christian Council felt that I was wrong for taking a video to alert persons of what was going on. And boy, the stuff that he told me, it's hard to respect him anymore as a human being, nor less the president of the Christian Council. You see, what he doesn't recognize, what he's missing, is that thing that Kai got. I don't know where I got it from, but I had it a long time ago. It's called integrity. And when you hold a position, you have to hold that position with integrity. You can't cuss me out in the main terminal. The fuss that we had was so loud that all the ticket agents came to my rescue, and all the agents that were checking bags to go through. The conversation was that so intense that they came out and tried to calm me down when I'm not the one supposed to be calmed down. The president of the Christian Council ought to be calmed down because he initiated the conversation and saying to me that I ain't nobody because I did a video trying to educate. That's all I'm doing. But it is hard in Abaco when that word integrity is missing. I got another classmate named Raul Ambrista. He's in charge of Samaritan Purse, a Christian-based organization. So Raul Ambrista thought that the best people to be in charge of the hurricane disaster in Abaco would be the pastors, the bishop, the clergymen, because he felt that they would do the right thing because they're representing the Christ child. But lo and behold, the worst thing happened to the reconstruction of Abaco was the Christian body holders, the pastors. They immediately act as if they are earthly God. And they decided who to help. They helped people that had insurance, their family members, their church members, their sweethearts. They made sure that they got a first roof while these persons had insurance. Some people today that didn't have insurance still without a roof. All they needed is a roof fix. But because these clergymen that had no integrity and still yet don't have any integrity, they went out and helped their friends, their lovers, and their family. But what they don't realize is that God is writing. There's two books. The books of right and the book of righteousness, all one book, and the book of wrong. And my estimate after the hurricane, God has written in the book of wrong more stuff that the Christian body has done to its own people than what right has been done. They set themselves up as a man of God, and boy did they collect the cash, but boy they did not give it where it's supposed to go. We had some pastors that got generators, free generators from the number boys, and they went and sold the generators back to its people. I could tell you the stories of the wrong things, not that somebody tell me about, but some things that I've seen in person, and it's wrong what they've done to their own people. There is not a pastor that was involved in the reconstruction of Abaco that was supposed to be happening to the down and the distraught, the people that Jesus Christ came for, the brokenhearted, the broken homes. There's not a one of them. Now, I'm not saying all the pastors did it, but not one of those that did such thing can put their name up into a local government election and get as much vote as Kai will get. I will triple them on votes, because people is seeing the same thing that God sees, is that they're not right and they're not righteous and they were wrong to carry the name of the church and to beat down on the heads of a people that didn't need it, and they decide not to help the most vulnerable among us. The pastors are still standing on the heads of the people that needed help, because they do not have that word called integrity. That is missing from their Christian pastoral life. Integrity. It is hard to find that in Abaco. It's one of these Kai Care video speaking about the lack of integrity after the hurricane, during the hurricane, after the relief, and even now. So they do not have integrity. That is what I'm speaking about today. Kai cares because he has integrity. And I haven't stolen one penny because I care.